Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Scorpio. I thank you for protecting and keeping me safe, Spirit. I thank you for protecting, keeping the collective safe, Scorpio. I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, most of all for showing up. So we have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Someone's worried. We have the Knight of Cups with the Page of Swords. Someone wants to make an offer. Someone is nervous, worried about making an offer. Page of Swords says we have enough understanding, or we're gathering information. Four of Pentacles says we're afraid to share that information. Scorpio, we have the Six of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles. So we're seeing that, or we're seeing where we've been unfair to other parties. We're working hard at fixing that, or wanting to give another chance, in the sense where we're coming around with working on details on how to reach out. We're worried. We want to fix something, Scorpio. Feeling that about you. We still have cards showing here as the Chariot. So you're going to take a whole different direction on dealing with a particular person or persons, depending on your situation. You are mustering up that courage with that Knight of Cups. And the Page of Swords is where you're really thinking about, or you're trying to understand, or you're going over details, doing research on certain topic or behaviors. Like you're dealing with how you behave or how you have behaved in the past. You're looking into some form of stability and wanting to put down a burden. You want to have a relationship go to a higher level, but it seems to be for convenience for some of you that this is why it's not working out, because there's third parties involved and they seem to be getting in the way with the Five of Wands. Could be family members who are trying to control your destiny, or you think that they are, or they are, and you are looking for ways to get away from that. Someone's not too happy about this Queen of Pentacles. She's not happy about having someone choose for her. She's finding that there is a burden, and she's holding back from going forward with a marriage. She has a plan. Could be the person that you're involved with, because it is an earth sign. I'm doing a reading for Scorpio, the water sign. Could be that you have a strong Capricorn, Virgo, or even Taurus in your chart, and this is you that is wanting to pull back from a particular relationship. We have the Nine of Pentacles, seeing that your pentacle makes the 10th, where you have done certain works, or you are satisfied with what you've done or your part in a particular relationship, and you want to take control. This is why this Queen is showing up here. But because she's not getting her way, she's not happy. And I say she, doesn't mean that it is a woman. It is the feminine qualities, yes, that portray this card. But if you're masculine and you are going through an emotional cycle, this could very well be you. And I say emotional cycle, it's concerning how you feel about a relationship where you have no control, or you feel that you are getting involved in a relationship for convenience, whereas you may be feeling that someone's trying to take advantage of you, being that you are a man, and you are feeling that your efforts are being viewed as very convenient for a relationship. It could be tricky, tarot, not because it's a feminine card, it's only about a woman. It depends on how you feel, and what I'm picking up here, if it is that you are masculine, it's showing that you're not happy with your position in the relationship. You're not blind to what is going on. And she, being the Queen of Pentacles, represents sustenance, abundance, support, easy to take advantage of if you're not aware. If you fall into this position as a Queen of Pentacles and you are a man, it is quite likely that you are picking up on being taken advantage of. Here we see the Six of Cups, so someone from the past. Okay, let's put this down. Six of Cups, someone from the past, childhood, memory, going back in time. Saturn and Neptune are in retrograde. If you know where Neptune is in your chart, then you are deeply affected. If Saturn is strong in your chart, or you know where your Saturn is, you need to take a look at if your Saturn is retrograde or not. But Saturn is gone into retrograde, so we're asked to review. When planets go into retrograde, we're asked to review, take a look back and see where we've been. And the connection that you had, it seems to be romantic. Again, with our Queen of Pentacles, someone was relying on you for sustenance. Someone was relying on you for stability, and they have disappointed you, or you feel disappointed because of what took place in the past. It's time to face that. It's time to face this feeling of being taken advantage of, or being seen as convenient towards a relationship. Here we have the Six of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. So being able to face what was in the past that disappointed you, you'll be able to free your mind and continue with your legacy, or come into abundance, or put an end to a cycle. Have what is yours be fully yours. The Hermit projects us an image of being in control, and here we have the King of Pentacles. So the balance is to be had, knowing and understanding what took place in the past and why it happened concerning the Three of Swords. Then the legacy is protected, or you get to move on and create your own legacy. Seven of Cups is that confusion that you may have been put through, again, concerning a relationship and how you were treated within that relationship, going back to the Three of Swords. That confusion you've come to see from a different perspective, and now you're able to take control. You're able to take control of your legacy, your money, your feelings even. Scorpio, it's quite a deep read for the first few minutes there. I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, most of all for showing up. And the cards feel a bit heavy, so it could be that you've been through a little bit, and it's playing on your mind, especially where you come to realize that you're being treated as quite convenient for a relationship, and that's not fair, because you do your part and then someone takes advantage of you doing your part, expecting you to do more. Let's see, we have a few cards poking out. Let's see. The Fool with the Sun. So you have faith in and the confidence to move forward. You want to go on with taking advantage of your own legacy, and taking advantage in the sense where your happiness is at stake. You're feeling that you're able to support yourself, and you want to be honest, and you want to have an honest relationship. You're going to change that direction. It's come around again with the Chariot, and the burden is going to be put down. So you will see some form of happiness, and Magician says you have everything that you need to move forward. Scorpio, I am using the Stained Glass Tarot. It is by James Edward, and see these cards, this 10 of Cups. So happiness is either coming to an end, or your happiness is coming around because you're changing direction. And that Knight of Swords is a messenger coming with some form of news that will make you change the direction that your relationship is going in. And there will be friction. They're not connecting. These cards are giving a little difficulty. Again, I said they were tight. So something is really weighing on your mind, and it's most likely the way you feel about how you've been treated. Here we have the Knight of Wands, so with the Knight of Swords. So you want to move on, you want to move forward, you want to see what is out there for you, and depending on what you get as a message or information, that you will decide to go on your own. The Devil is here to say that the confusion, someone is obsessed with confusing you, confusing a marriage too. Again, they may not want to marry. They may not want to marry. They're obsessed with secrecy. So again, third parties seem to be in the picture, and if you are only there for convenience, then it is quite possible that you would be brought into a third party situation if you do marry. The Empress is here to say you are holding back. You and your abundance, you and your stability is being looked at in a whole new perspective, or you are looking at your stability, your possibility for expansion and growth in a marriage, or taking on the role of a married person. You're questioning that. You're looking at it from a different perspective. You're looking to see where you may be at a disadvantage, or you're looking to see where you can take advantage. Either way, it's secrecy involved, and it is either you are being secretive or someone else is being secretive. So you would look into that, or you're quite aware of it, especially now that if you're listening to this read, if you had any doubt, your doubts are being confirmed here. Feels heavy, this read, Scorpio. I'm using the Celtic Cross, and it is with random selection. I pull the cards, and here we start off with Three of Swords. So your disappointment has brought you to this point. You are still disappointed. You understand what has taken place, and you know where you are fitting in to the scenario. You know what you did if you have had a hand in third party situations, or you are feeling like you've been, wow, Three of Cups now. You're feeling like you've been taken advantage of. You're thinking that you were taken advantage of. Three of Cups says reconciliation is on the table because of third parties, or maybe the person you're dealing with is also involved in third parties, and you are looking to pull away from that type of a relationship because you don't want to be in a third party situation. if it is that you've had experience with it, then you really don't want to go back into another third party situation. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So Jupiter is I keep saying Jupiter because Jupiter rules the Wheel of Fortune. It is a Sagittarian card, so there is wisdom here. You have come into understanding, and what you know is what is going to set you free, because that is what Jupiter will do. You will go through the Wheel of Fortune as karmic justice turns that wheel. And if you have been part of a third party, then what goes around comes around. You're looking to either get back into another third party situation involuntarily, because this is what you cannot control. You are challenged to deal with either reconciliation or third party situation. Again, this is tarot, so what it may seem like on the surface, it may very well be different when it comes down to your situation. If it is that you think that you can control the future, you're going to be disappointed. If it is that you thought that you could have controlled the future, then that is what disappointed you. Again, dealing with third parties on any level is quite dangerous for relationships, because 2 is company and 3 is a crowd. And here you have back to back the 3s. Take it as it resonates. If it is that you were disappointed because you were treated as a third party, or you were in a relationship and discovered that you were the third party, this is where you're challenged to overcome and find resolution or reconciliation or learn from the situation. You are challenged to deal with third party situations regardless. It is your destiny that you are plagued with third party situations if it is that you are thinking that you have bad luck with relationships because you keep getting into relationships that bring you to third party situations. That is not for everybody. But with the Wheel of Fortune, what is on your mind is how lucky you may or may not be. And you are looking at ending a situation, feeling that you came out lucky, that you did end a situation or relationship because of third parties. Or you're thinking that you're looking forward to getting into a relationship where there are no third parties, that you could be so lucky because you've been through relationships with third parties. Either way, Jupiter is on your side as far as luck is concerned. It is a question of what you deserve. If it is that you have been a victim, then you will come out the victor. If it is that you have victimized, then you will be a victim. It is just the rules of nature. Here we have the Ace of Swords. So looking at that Knave of Swords, in the recent past, you've come into some truth, and maybe this is where you're realizing your luck, that you were able to free yourself from a situation wherein you would have been considered or become a third party, and you are free from the relationship because you got some kind of truth and you were victorious in there. Here we have another ace, so your luck is really shaping up. You have the Ace of Swords from the recent past, and now you have the Ace of Cups with the Future card, and this card is a new beginning, the startup of a relationship, or you're looking at how you can take care of yourself. Now it is a water sign card, and it is an ace, So this could be now, in the sense where the lunar full moons and the new moon is what I'm looking at, and the next new moon would be an eclipse. It would be the full moon, and that's going to be in Pisces. That we're looking at September 7th. It will be the eclipse. It would be the September 7th, first eclipse, first lunar eclipse. It will be on the North Node. So what you're looking forward to is a new beginning. And that would be the new moon. Because the full moon. The 22nd of August is the new moon. So the 7th of September would be the full moon. And this is where your future would begin, in the sense where you take care of yourself, because you are alone here. This is one cup. You are taking care of you. You're stepping out into your own world, as in, I'm taking care of me and mine before anyone else. Because of where you've been, because of that coming to a conclusion, or cycle being completed, Jupiter being the ending up of a cycle, the beginning of a new, you're starting off on a good note, wherein you are recognizing yourself, and the love that you have within you is going to flourish. It's going to grow. It's like the seed. The potential for love is there, where you get to begin. Here you're holding back. You're holding back from getting into relationships because of what you've been through. You're not taking any chances because of what you've been through. You're coming into knowledge here. You're coming into deeper understanding. You're looking at your own luck in most cases, what you got away with or what you got away from. The Two of Swords here comes into the Three of Swords with our Ace of Swords. So you don't want to go into a relationship thinking that I don't want to be treated as a third party. I don't want to be considered as very convenient. Could be because of your gentle nature, that your loving side, that people want to be around you, and then they find that you may be easily taken advantage of. Here you have the Four of Pentacles. Someone around you or someone about you is the environment, around you. Someone is a little afraid to share with you, and this is why you're holding back, because you can pick that up. You have that telepathic sense that, oh, I got two cards, so we'll just take this one first. The Magician is, fear of taken advantage of, fear of being taken advantage of and used and tricked and manipulated. But the desire is to manifest a new relationship. But the fear is in that what we will desire, what we will manifest will be in the opposite. But again, if you ask for what you don't want, meaning that if you say, I don't want someone who will manipulate me, well, the universe is going to send you what you don't want. So what you need to do is rephrase your manifestation into the positive as to what you do want. Universe will understand and know the difference. And here we have the final card as the Tower. So because of manipulation, if you are being approached, that approach here is just going to crumble into nothing, because the Queen of Swords says you'll get your truth, and the truth about an offer that may have happened or will come is not worthy of you. coming from the past. People that you're dealing with from the past, they need to stay in the past in some cases, because trying to come back to a relationship that didn't go well and thinking that they can manipulate you into starting up again with our Ace of Cups here is where trouble will come for the relationship in general, not just one or the other, but you will learn from it as much as they will learn from it. And going into third parties is what you will understand and know that truth, and that the convenience of being in a relationship is just not going to happen, because you've been burned and you know what it feels like to be treated in a way or manipulated in that way of being convenient for another person. It's as if the game is up. They have been caught out. You understand how you've been treated. You figured them out. The Tower suggests that change is coming. Massive change is coming. The truth is being revealed. Divorce for some of you is inevitable. And going back to what you know and being independent and taking care of others, you're going to look at it in a different light now, because it is that in itself, that generosity, that sensitivity to others' needs is where you were taken advantage of. Here we have our King of Wands. So again, this is probably the arrogance that fire sign, or it could be any sign, but represented by a fire sign here, the King of Wands. He is being held back, or you are holding back from his proposal because you are wise to what was done in the past with third parties by him, where the details have come to show that his arrogance, his stubbornness is where Jupiter will protect you and keep him at bay, because you are wiser to what his offer is really made of. Scorpio, like I said, it's a heavy read, and timeline is, like I said, it's karmic, so it would be by September that things would start anew for you. Between now and then, someone is afraid, someone is selfish, and probably trying to manipulate you into going into a relationship where they will just treat you as a third party. You're holding back from that, and you need to keep following that instinct. Your time is coming. You know that you are protected because you are holding back. You're following that deep, innate nature that you have. The Empress is really strong within you. Let's see what the Oracle message would be for Scorpio. I don't know, I just wanted to go back. You see, what was done in the past was recognized, and this is what made you wiser. You understand now what you've been through, and this is why the reconciliation is a challenge now. You can reconciliate and go to marriage, but then it's only going to start the cycle over again, and that is what you're wise up to, because you've been through that cycle. It's like the same music coming around with the same lyrics, and you're thinking, no, I've heard that before and I know where it ended up, and I'm not going there again. And that is everything. Thank you, Spirit. What is the Oracle message for Scorpio? can't seem, it seems so heavy, this read. I'm really sorry, Scorpio. I just, oof. Again, the ashwagandha. This card, when it comes up, it's really about karmic connections. It's eclipse again. I was talking about that eclipse coming up in September. Whomever you're dealing with, that king of wands there is the arrogance, the control, someone from your past that you can't seem to shake. But your spirit is saying, okay, now you get it. You got the truth. You understand. Your time is coming. I'm going to hold him back. I'm going to keep him, because that's a Piscean card. Huh? And the cup here for that offer, that taking care of the self for some, and it's an offer for others. Something new is beginning. You are going to take care of you, or somebody's coming to make an offer to you. If it is that you get it, that you understand where you've been, what you went through, you're taking care of you. You're going away. You've ended something. The truth has come. You're holding back from going further with a particular party, because they're not giving you your fair share to start with. They're not being open and honest with you, and they are afraid to put themselves out on a limb for you. And this is where the Tower will come in and say, okay, you know what, Scorpio, you get it. You've been through, you passed the test. You're not going into that because you're holding back. And things are going to change, and that's where your new beginning is going to come. So by the eclipse, it's either you're going to put an end to, or you're going to start having what is good for you come your way. Because you're going to say, I want divorce for some, or I'm not going to marry you. I want to be on my own. Either way, that offer for marriage is lurking around here, and it's not for everybody. Okay? It's not for everybody. Just know where you stand. Remember what you've been through, because you've been through quite a bit. You're very disappointed. Number 54. And I just finished reading this card for Leo, and it is a fire sign, so you might want to listen to Leo. Actually, it wasn't for Leo. This ashwagandha was not for Leo. That was ayahuasca. That's another card. Don't know. Just this was not for Leo. Sorry. Let's just focus on Scorpio. Ashwagandha. Finding divine purpose, your dharma. Finding the future self, receiving a divine gift. You see, knowing the truth about your portion, why you were part of a third party, why you were made to be in a third party, or being taken advantage of, or being seen as a convenient partner for a relationship, and the love is not up to par, because there's no love in this Four of Pentacles here. It's more fear of being caught, or being trapped, or being taken advantage of. There's no love in the Pentacle, the Four Pentacles. So if it is that you were dealing with somebody who disappointed you, then the karmic side of this is for you to recognize your purpose and to reconciliate deep within yourself about the choices that you make. You see, being that you take a chance, maybe you took a chance, you went with a whim. I'm not saying you did, but the Wheel of Fortune could represent someone taking a chance. And if it is that it's on your mind that you had taken a chance and you got yourself out of your luck got you out of a marriage that would have ended up in a tower moment. You're feeling lucky because you understand where you've been, but it is relating to the last eclipse. If you want to go back last year, September, October, and remember where you were at, and now seeing where you're coming out of, with some of you having a divorce, or just discerning that no, this is not for me because I understand where I've been before and I've done and I've seen this. Then you're rising above and you're completing your destiny. You're recognizing your purpose in a deep way. Now, I won't go into all of that, but we'll read the guidance on this. And it's ashwagandha, like the north node, because it does represent the lunar node, the north node. It mirrors the potentials of our divine purpose, also known as dharma in Sanskrit. Ashwagandha contains both solar and lunar elements within it, as it provides great strength and adaptability, yet with the deep qualities of the moon, such as relaxation, lucidity, and expanded consciousness. Ashwagandha reminds us that it is not necessary to fully know the entirety of your purpose in order to pursue it. When you're living in alignment with your dharma, what makes you happy, there is no separation between your inner and outer realities. It becomes a cohesive expression, therefore granting a feeling of wholeness and completion. So get into your happiness through having to deal with third parties is where you find that self-love, and you move forward with manifesting what you really want and bringing in that necessary change that would be a tower moment that would free you and make you become more discerning. Not for everybody, but take it as it resonates. Perhaps you are not clear on your desired outcomes, so your efforts feel unfocused or purposeless. Even if you've lost touch with your why, remain open to the mystery of the journey. Stay focused and playful. Keep following the signs. You have Jupiter on your mind, and that is something that you might want to ponder on. What does Jupiter mean to you? What is the Wheel of Fortune? How do you view the Wheel of Fortune? Because it is all about luck. On that note, Scorpio, I thank you again for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.